Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum. I got him, you got him, we got him. Comic issues, yeah!
Hey everyone, welcome to the Mystery Review, the show where the comics are chosen by you. So here we have a list, and in this list we have letters and numbers. The letter corresponds to a box in my collection, and the number corresponds to how many comics are in that box. The number in the parentheses are numbers that have already been selected and reviewed. So if you want to have your comic put on the list, on the wheel to spin for the list, all you got to do is select a letter and a number less than the number to the right of the letter. Put it in the comments down below. We'll put it on the wheel, do a spin, and the winner gets their comic picked, and we'll do a review on it. I know you want to do it, so go ahead and do it. Hey guys, John here. Thanks for stopping by. This is Mystery Comic Review, episode 39. So, sorry the video is late. It was supposed to be up yesterday, but I got way too busy this weekend. So let's just go ahead and jump right in, and so we can get this thing put up. So we have 6 numbers for the wheel this week. Incredible. Let's go ahead and spin a wheel. And 3, 2, 1, spinning. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we... M90. M90 wins it, guys. M90. Awesome. Let's get that comic out and give it a read through and a review. Be right back with you. Got the comic out. I had to do a blind because my wife is at work. So, yeah. Had to do the old count by numbers with the feelers. But M90, here we go. And 3, 2, 1, boom. Ooh, Manhunter. Why? It's Manhunter number 1. No idea why I own this. I don't even know what this is. So we're going to read it and either weep or like it. So let's see what it entails, and we'll get to it. We just read through Manhunter number 1, and this is kind of like a Daredevil DC joint. He's not blind, but you'll see what I mean as we go on. So this was written by John Ostrander and Kim Yale. John Ostrander's done Suicide Squad, Spectre, 1,000 other comics, and he's the co-creator of Amanda Waller. And the interesting thing here is the inks were done by Sam Keith. Yeah. So you had Sam Keith on the inks. You guys know I like Sam Keith's art. Anyways, we start and we see here, this is a guy with some glasses on, or binoculars, and he's just looking at the city, and what he's really looking at is just this building wall right over here. And yeah, you see his mask down there on the ledge. This is Mark Shaw, the Manhunter. So he's trying to find his latest bounty, and it ends up being the Penguin. He got some information that the Penguin has stolen some a necklace, a valuable necklace from the Met, and so he's going to go get the Penguin and turn him in, and that's what he does. He turns in people. So here you see he decided to put his mask on and go get the Penguin. He's seen that he went into the hideout, and he's waiting for him to let down his guard so he can just bust in there and grab him. Which, when he jumps in there, you notice here he did let his guard down, and the Penguin is in the bath. This is my my panel pick. It's just so funny. You see the little penguins there, and he's got a duck, and you know he catches him with his pants down, literally. And Penguin tries to plead with him. You know, you used to be a bad guy. You know how it is. Just let me give you the necklace back. I just got it from my fiance. Thought it would be a great wedding gift. And Manhunter's not having it. So Penguin asked him, "Can you at least give me some clothes?" And here we see what the Manhunter offers up: just a hat. And you see the Penguin like, meh, meh. And we leave that. You know, he takes the Penguin in and gets his bounty, and now we're following a car going down through the hills with a big church in the background. And this guy's, there was a priest here in the car, and he's sleeping. And they wake him up and tell him they're almost there. And this priest is Bishop Mbutu. I guess he's done some crazy stuff because he's coming up to this cathedral to try and get some atonement for things that he's done, you know, some bad sins. And he's, you know, got these bodyguards because an assassin's been after him. So that's why he's trying to do this at night. He's trying to just meet with the guy here. He's one of his oldest friends. So he's getting ready to get atonement when, boom, he gets shot right between the eyes. And he's toast. He's toasted. The guy, the assassin, flees. In run the bodyguards. They can't find him. They run back out to the car. They see him peeling away in his car. But when they go to their car, he had already slashed their tires. So here we see who the assassin was. It's kind of like some kind of like Deathstroke guy, but with a religious background, I guess. I don't know who this is, but the guy on the left is Her Van Dam, and I guess he's like a big bossy guy. I don't know. And then the other guy is just like a hired mercenary. They don't ever say his name. We go back and we see Mark Shaw. He's in an apartment. He's getting a shower. He's in a robe, and then he's getting ready to go back out on the town. So he puts on this disguise, and we're like, well, you know, what's he going to go do now? Why does he need a disguise? We just seen him on the first on that top of that building with his mask off with binoculars, and it ends up his disguise is so that he can go back to his house, so that people in Connecticut, so people don't know who he is. So he arrives here, and it's his brother, and I don't know if that's his sister, but it's his mom and his dad. His brother James is a big anti-proponent of what he's doing as the Manhunter. So they start getting in a yelling match, and it ends up being this is his mom's birthday. So they're there's, you know, James is giving him, you should have never started this Manhunter garbage again. It hasn't the family suffered enough because of you. And Mark goes in to explain the origin of Manhunter. So we get the little origin right here in the first issue, and he's trying to persuade James that what he's doing is actually pretty cool. So here's the little Daredevil mix. Is this guy used to be an attorney, and somebody got away, you know, that he couldn't catch with the law, and they ended up killing somebody, and he, you know, there's nothing he can do about it. So he quits being an attorney, and his uncle Desmond, his real father's brother, knew of his passion for justice, so he invited him to be in the cult, the Manhunter cult. And inside the cult, little did he know that the cult was alien androids. He didn't know that these were alien androids, and they were doing stuff, you know, based upon what they felt. Right? He thought they were doing, you know, things for good, but they weren't for good. So he had orders from the Grand Master to infiltrate the JLA when the JLA was breaking down, and he ended up being a couple different people in the JLA, or not in the JLA, but in this time frame. So when he was playing both sides of the fence. When he was with working with the JLA, he was the privateer, and when he was working against them, he was Sarzar. But he got demasked by the Red Tornado, and he got put in jail, and a psychiatrist helped him out and gave him a clean bill of health, and he got out of jail for time spent, and he ended up becoming the Manhunter to do, you know, local justice. And he's not a superhero now, he's just a bounty hunter, and he's getting people and he's taking them off the streets. So James should be fine with that, but James is not fine with that. He's mad about it still. It's like, you're still having to go around and play dress up and then come back here and put everybody in harm's way. So to break the tension, he tells his sister what he got her for I guess his this is his sister's birthday, not his mom's birthday. And he gives her the keys to the car, which is awesome. And she says, being here tonight, Mark, was the best present enough, but these keys are Jimmy's on the Sunday. What is Jimmy's on the Sunday? This comic was in 1988. I'm not sure what Jimmy's on the Sunday is. So if you know what Jimmy's on the Sunday is, put it down below, please. So Mark leaves, and then the next day he's at the Cubs game, the Cubs-Mets game. And we're like, why is he at the Cubs game? And we see this guy, this fan yelling, you know, at the batters, and he's saying, you know, they got the corks, you know, they're corking the bats, and you know, they're not great, and all this stuff. And it turns out this was Captain Cold. So he knows that Captain Cold's a huge Cubs fan. I didn't know that. And so he's there trying to get this collar. So he follows him back to his base, and he's waiting for him to sneak out so that he can go into his house and get evidence and stuff. But it doesn't turn out that way. Captain Cold lost $2 grand on the Cubs game, so he has to go and try to find some money. So he runs out, and the Manhunter is hot on his trail. And I forgot to tell you, but the Manhunter, his powers are the mask, does like some kind of Iron Man stuff where it has you know, binocular stuff in it. So I don't really even know why he had binoculars in the first place. You know, in this next panel, you'll see why, you know, why does he need binoculars when he has stuff that comes out of his mask? Anyways, and he has a magic baton. It's not magic. It's like alien technology. So the baton can reduce gravity and do all this different stuff, shoot like lightning bolts and stuff. So that's his powers. Anyways, he's running after Captain Cold. Captain Cold jumps on a train, so he jumps on the train too, but he misses and lands on the back. So while he's hanging there, he sends up these periscope things out of his mask so that he can see over top of the train, and Captain Cold can't see him, and he calls them eye beams. So yeah, why does he need binoculars when he's got these eye beams? So he ends up following Captain Cold to a drug deal where there's plenty of there's cops there, there's you know, the drug dealers, and then we have the news is already there too. So the news is filming the whole thing. They break up the drug deal. It ruins the whole bust for the cops. And then before the cops can get him though, Manhunter jumps in, kicks him down, knocks him out so that he can get the bounty. But in doing that, the news asks, you know, gets a cover story, and they're like, hey, are you Paul Kirk? Are you Paul Kirk's son? I don't know who Paul Kirk is, but they're thinking that Manhunter is Paul Kirk. And it turns out this was just to lead us to the next part of the story, where we're going to introduce Olivia Bancroft. Olivia Bancroft, I don't know who that is, and she's up in this, you know, mountain like evil lair looking thing, and she's on the phone with Mr. DeVry, an antiquities dealer, and she's asking him to get this mask of the Manhunter by any means necessary, but you know, should go ahead and call Dumas if you can't get it done. And so she's seen him on the news story, so that's how she knows about the Manhunter. And then our last panel here, guys, is a pretty cool one. You see all these different masks here. I don't know any of the, well, there's Batman's mask. I just seen that one, and so she has a whole thing of masks here of past superheroes. I guess she's collected, and she has one on order, and it happens to be Manhunters. And you see here right in the middle, she's got Mr. Miracles. So yeah, that was the end of the comic. It was pleasantly surprising. You know, it was a pretty good comic. I think this one went like 20-something issues. So yeah, good pick. I give this a B. Yeah, a B. Just because it's not that original, but I do want to see what happens next. I want to see who Dumas is. I think Dumas might be that dude that killed the preacher, or the Bishop Mbatu, but I'm not sure yet. I'd like to know how she got all these other masks. Yeah, very intriguing. Anyways, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and be good to yourselves, guys. We'll see you next time.